Us to our powerful ABC15 experiment. Would arming teachers stop school shootings? We put very real Valley teachers through the same active school shooting simulation used by police. And tonight, ABC15 investigator Dave Biscobing has more on their eye-opening experience.
After the simulation, those teachers had a lot to say. And since our story, we've heard from even more teachers. And no matter what side of this issue they fall on, no one thinks arming teachers is the ultimate solution.
It's a Band-Aid. It's not going to solve anything.
And it might not even be a Band-Aid, right? It might be an open wound,
right.
You know?
Right.
Kids are going to find guns. If you put guns in classrooms, somewhere in this country, a kid's going to get a hold of a gun.
These Six Valley teachers don't support the idea of putting guns in their hands. And they question the logistics of not only arming teachers, but also effectively training them.
Am I going to sweep my students into the classroom now that I have a gun, or am I going straight for the gun? Once I have my gun, do I lock the students in the classroom alone, or do I go in the hallway and try to find this shooter? And then now that I have a gun, if the police show up, are they going to think I'm the shooter? There's so many variables there.
Especially, where are you going to get the funding to pay for all this training when you can't even pay us?
Anyone experienced in firearms knows that you require regular practice and regular training. It's not something that we could do once and then have it be fixed.
ABC15 couldn't find teachers that support arming teachers to participate in the simulation. But since our story last night, we did hear from some Arizona teachers who support the idea. Most asked not to be identified, and their support comes with specific expectations. The teachers wanted to have clear guidelines and be well trained, and they believe most of their fellow teachers would not be able or willing to carry, and to force them would be dangerous. Most also only wanted to protect just their classroom. As one teacher put it, "I don't believe teachers should be trained to perform the same duties that law enforcement officers are, as in actively roaming the school, searching out the conflict." In other words, they wanted the option to carry as a last resort. They didn't see this as the solution, something these six teachers agree with.
I think it's this Hollywood aspect of it that we see this in movies and TV, and we think that, oh, just if a teacher had a gun, they could pick it up and save the kids' lives and he'd be a hero.
In addition to that, with the teacher shortage that's going on, what sort of message are we sending to the community?
This is very reactionary. If we want to be proactive, let's solve basically the education crisis first. Let's get kids social workers, psychologists, lower classroom sizes, fair pay. Those things are more important right now than putting guns in schools, frankly.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC15 Arizona.
It's a